What's up, guys? Well, it's recently been brought to my attention once again that sometimes I take for granted that, not all things that like simple repairs and whatnot are common knowledge on these bikes. And today, I'm going to do a simple install of handbrakes on my wife's new motorized bike build I've been working on. Now, this bike has what they call the coaster brake, which works off of that apparatus right there. It's kind of a drum brake. Not the best for these kind of bikes. They're okay at low speeds, but anything, above 15, 20 mile an hour, they will lock up on you and about to break your leg clean off your body. But so today I want to install some handbrakes or caliper brakes, rim brakes, whatever you want to call them. Kind of rubbed right here on the tire, on the wheel, slid down. I've got these new caliper brakes and new handles for it, and I believe I got a couple of links of cables down there. I think those will work for, I know I'll get at least the front installed, but I'm not sure about the back. Might have to order a new cable for that, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to utilize the holes that was pre-drilled in this bike for the fenders. That one right there, and this one right here. We're going to use that to mount the calipers on. But first I want to get the hand grip off. Now, those of you that don't know how to do these, you just take a little screwdriver, poke up underneath there, squirt you some WD-40 up in there, and they start loosening up. I just did that a few minutes ago, and she's loose enough to where I can twist it and pull, twist, pull, twist, pull, twist, pull, twist, pull, and it's off. Okay, so now let me get my handlebar set up here, or my hand grip set up here, and get you on a tripod. We'll be right back. Okay, now on your handbrake lever, you got this slot right here, a groove for the end of your cable, and your screw adjustment here will have a slot in it as well, right here, and a slot in this little locking ring, which is right there. Line those up so that it all will allow the cable to pass through. Them slots. Like that. Now the cable is inside, and you can turn these over and the cable won't come out. Let's slide this on the handlebar. I'm going to take this clutch, move it. Well, I'm going to put it down because I'm used to riding these bikes. Clutch, and then the brake on top. You can do it however you want. So you can actually lock the clutch and then use the brake if you have to. Or you can use both hands like this, which I often do. Okay, now I got the right size. We'll just tighten down this handle by tightening this bolt right here. First I'm going to slide this up a little bit further to allow more room for the grip to go on. I'll go ahead and put my grip back on. That's about as far as that's going to go. Tighten this down. That's a pretty good spot right there. So I'll switch wrenches here and tighten this down. Now they do make dual brake levers where one lever will control front and back brakes. I just never have upgraded my bikes to them. Not that I have anything against them, I just haven't. So now we can operate the brake and the clutch at the same time. Now we'll move down to putting the caliper on. Now these particular caliper set that I have takes a 10mm wrench. First I'm going to loosen these up, the brake pads, turn them to where they're actually going to need to be, instead of straight up and down. We'll just loosen this nut right here, spin these around. We'll go ahead and take this off, and one of these washers. If you look at these washers, they got a little concave or little swoop in them to hug the diameter of the bar, or the shape of the bar. So you want that facing the bike frame itself. And it has two of those washers like that. I'll put the back one on facing the frame. Washer installed on the back. And the lock nut on top of it. And we'll take our 10mm wrench and we'll tighten her down while holding the caliper in line with the bike wheel. Now we'll squeeze this in to where the caliper will be when you apply the brakes, so we know about where our pad position is on the wheel. We'll snug that down, snatch up our 10mm wrench, and we'll tighten it down. It's trying to turn on me. There we go. Now these brakes work pretty good. It being a motorized bike, it kind of flies through these brake pads kind of quick, and they're not the best once the wheels get wet. But I don't ride in the rain a whole lot anyways, and a few grabs and they'll dry out. Disc brakes are probably one of the better ones for these bikes, but you got to change a whole different set of forks and some adapters and stuff, and I just never really upgraded many of these bikes to it. Plus it just seems like these motorized bikes just fly through the brake pads regardless of what style brake you have on them. Now I'm going to adjust the pad on the other side. Okay, now we got the brake pad set. We'll go ahead and hook up the cable from the handle grip. Trim some of this frayed end off where this was a clutch cable at one time. So we'll go ahead and trim all that off. We don't need all that. Run that right through its little housing here, just like this. A lot of these have a hole in them, and this one does. See if I can get a shot of that for you. Has a hole in the stud that goes through here. that you put your cable down in through. And hopefully I didn't cut that too short, and I didn't. Go ahead and take that all the way down so I can get as much reach out of it as I can. There we go. Now we'll get our 10mm wrench, start tightening this down. So that it clamps the cable in place and it won't pull through. I'll tighten down the back of this, keep this nice and straight. And now we have brakes. Simple as that, fellers and fellettes. Brake pads hitting on the flat side of the wheel, not on the tire itself. Got our nut, 10mm nut tightened. Adjust this brake pad on this side. And the brakes are installed. I'm still going to have to get me a longer cable to reach back here. Not a big deal. So now we got front and rear brakes on it. Brand new pull levers, looking sharp. As soon as it warms up a little bit more, we'll get that pipe over to my buddy, put it in his vise, and we'll bend it to fit the front bike. And she'll be ready for her first test ride. That's all we got for today, guys and gals. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you learned something. If not, I hope you was at least entertained for a few minutes. So we'll see y'all soon with a brand new video. Ride safe.